Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the... What are you doing with your hair? To the August 15th, 2020 edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. I am Caleb Black. He is Luke, the Big Dog Williams. That's our in-studio producer, Max Fury. And it is time to talk about the second half of the Wednesday Night War. It's time to talk about AEW Dynamite. Talk about a show that shot itself in the foot in damn near every segment, and let me tell you why. We opened the show with the Young Bucks and the Dark Order. Evil Uno and Grayson.
Yep.
And until they did too much, this match was almost a really good clinical tag team wrestling match with a couple of nice high spots. And if they'd have ended it 10 minutes earlier on something other than even if that's the finish they wanted to go for, man, it could have been something. Instead, they did too much. Stu Grayson makes a stupid tag. Fucking JR is, again, highlighting the rules on commentary, highlighting the fact that the referee doesn't even know who's legal at this point. Matt Jackson yelling about having the best comeback in the business. Killed it for me. It was a bad finish. 2 out of 5.
I gave it a 2 because, I would like to be surprised. Again, predictability.
Yeah, I wanted them.
The Young Bucks were definitely going to beat the Dark Order. At
this moment, the Dark Order should. I felt like watching. They need to put the Dark Order over right now. They needed to put them over, and they didn't. And the wrong guys won.
Yep.
And the thing is I'm critical of the Dark Order. You guys have heard me. You've talked to me about. We've had several conversations.
Yeah.
If they want me to take them seriously, start treating them seriously.
Yeah.
Start putting them over in spots. Start, especially if Brody Lee is going to be the #1 contender for the TNT title next week. Why isn't your fucking faction running rampant?
I agree, 100%. The Dark Order is an interesting concept that is not being utilized.
Yeah. There's an MJF cutaway of him coming through a hallway. Didn't rate that. There's a package with Page and Omega. Didn't rate that. The MJF segment, I'm not going to lie, this one did not do as much for me as last week's did. The week before last, when he did the press conference.
Yeah.
And then last week in the room, that was funny. This one was awkward. This one was a little weird. I did like, it started to pick up for me when he laid down. Because that's like the quintessential, yeah, I'll just lay down for you, John. But then again, it didn't pick up. It was weird. I gave it a 2.5.
I gave it, actually, believe it or not, I gave it a 3.5. I think that I would have given it a 4.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have had to witness Dean Ambrose walking like a human gorilla.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of him walking like he's...
Yeah, like he's 10 feet tall.
You're not, dude. Yeah. You're barely 230 soaking wet.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. The only person in the entire angle that's even remotely believable is MJF.
Yeah.
Or the girl who doesn't smile during his
I'll tell you what, MJF took that fucking paradigm shift like a champ.
He took it like a champ.
Sold it.
You have to.
Beautifully.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because when Moxley goes walking away and he does the whole neck thing, and it didn't work in the Shield, it doesn't work now.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. Like, just be a straight badass.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be, you don't have to put a hat on a hat. You don't have to fucking do the burly walk. Fucking just walk at a man's pace.
Why are you walking a burly walk anyway?
Yeah.
You're 225 at best.
He's losing 5 pounds. You're 210 pounds.
At best.
195 pounds. No.
Jesus, cruiserweight.
Goes into a Matt Hardy segment recapping Sammy Guevara's attack on him. It was weird. He cut back into the Damascus accent a little bit at the end.
He's playing the gimmick that now that he's been hit in the head, he can retort back, not knowing he's retorting back. It's the same gimmick that they used for, who was it? JT Smith in ECW.
Yeah.
You fucked up. Because then, once he fucked up once, he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
And it made money.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy doesn't need the gimmick. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't need Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
He could run the entire gimmick from now on without Sammy. It'd be money.
Yeah.
Only problem is the broken gimmick doesn't work without fans.
Yeah, I agree.
The accident, I love capitalizing on something that didn't take place or wasn't planned.
Yeah.
But again, if you're going to cut a promo on YouTube, talking about you can't kill me, I don't die, and this, that, and the other, and then go on Dynamite and say the same thing, I'm out.
Yeah.
Shark Tank, I'm out.
I bet you if you shot him, he'd die.
Yeah, he pretty close to killing him with a chair last week.
Oh my god, I love that spot.
2.5.
Yeah, I gave it a 1. Scorpio Sky gets his TNT title shot against Cody Rhodes. I wrote here as a side note, just a side thought, you could build Cody at 225.
Yeah, you could.
Because I think his build weight's 215 or 205.
You could definitely build him at 225.
And I was like, you could build him.
I would build him at
230. Yeah, up there. Lots of stuff happened on the outside. Didn't do a bunch. Didn't do too much. Mike Chioda was a referee. Loved it.
Yes.
That hip toss spot to the outside was nice. I have something weird. Fabius actually popped me. Fables? I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, I popped at something. It was a good, simple match. Not too much, not too little. I gave it a 3.5.
Falsies popped you.
No, yeah, the falsie. The falsie popped me. Yeah, thank you.
I gave it a 3.5. It would have been a 4, but again, please do something to surprise me.
Also,
and why get Cody over at the expense of Scorpio Sky? He is the most talented man you have on the roster.
Among them, yeah, for sure.
In top 3 at best.
Yeah.
And you have him kick the door down in the entranceway.
Yeah.
And then you have Cody go over.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Why couldn't it have been a non-finish? Why did it have to be a definitive, him lose to Cody, and kill that whole momentum and the whole gimmick of him being undefeated this year to just kill it? It makes no sense.
I'll tell you something
good match.
Kind of cool about the way AEW set this program up was that Scorpio Sky and Cody wrestled at the top of the second hour. Or right at the bottom of the first hour into the top.
Into the top.
So it felt like the show had 2 distinct main events.
Yeah.
Which was kind of very cool. I wrote that in my notes.
Yeah, like I said, it was a good match. I just
3.5.
Please, quit being so predictable.
Yeah. There's a Brody Lee.
Bruce Pritchard writes for this show, too.
Brody Lee challenges for the the TNT title at the 22nd Saturday, August 22nd broadcast. There's a private party promo where they talk about the Hardy Boys being the best tag team in the world. Which I dig. I dig that they're doing the tag team appreciation stuff.
Yeah.
Jurassic Express versus the Elite.
Again, predictability.
Now, check this out. The first 4 or 5 things I have written are good. They're compliments. A very nice exchange in the opener. Luchasaurus didn't kill all of his motion in his moves, which I've always talked about how much I hate. Too much wasted motion. Yep. Omega catching Jungle Boy as he dove outside, resetting, and then hitting the suplex. Did not make it look hokey. It made it look real. It was fucking nasty. Him popping Marco Stunt with the that tiger suplex on the outside was nasty. And then the match just goes to hell.
Yep.
Like they shoot themselves in the foot. It starts out so good, and then it gets clunky, and there's a bunch of shit going on the outside that no one gives a shit about, and they fucking. I don't even. The Elite wins. The Elite successfully defends their TNT fucking tag team titles or what? AEW tag team titles.
Predictability.
1 out of 5.
I gave it a 2. And like I said, reason being, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, but
it's the same show.
But fuck, man, can they not just not? They blow their load so early on that the rest of it's just uncomfortable.
Correct.
Like fucking learn to book your matches as a crescendo so they pay off. So when Omega and Page hit that fucking 10 to move on Luchasaurus, I go, holy shit! Right. And I don't go, fuck, it's about time.
Right. 2. I give it a 2.
Yeah, fuck them. Santana Ortiz segment, don't give a fuck. Now I'm mad reviewing this fucking show. Tag Team Appreciation Night segment. Brainbusters and the Rock and Roll Express are in the ring with the Bucks and FTR, who are a very good segment. Buck and Tully Blanchard grabs that microphone. And just, y'all can sit here and fucking jerk each other off, but neither one of you are the champions, so neither one of you are the best. God damn right, Tully Blanchard. Then it gets an Arn's face, and Arn, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't remember asking for your permission to do anything. So good. Gets a little heated, gets intense. And then the definitive FTR heel turn. Ricky Morton sold that fucking pile driver like $1 million.
Yeah, he did.
I don't care what anybody says about it being predictable. If this had happened in front of a live crowd...
He sold it like him and his partner used to sell gimmicks.
Right. If this had happened in front of a live crowd, it would have been huge. 3.5 out of 5 for me.
3.
Kyoto and Jericho have a segment. Heather Monroe wrestles Hikaru Shida.
2.
2 out of 5. And what I wrote here, Hikaru Shida's been wrestling a bunch of prominent female names. She's doing exactly what Cody Rhodes has been doing with the TNT title, and she's not getting any of the fanfare for it.
To me, it's the same. You've seen her wrestle one person, it's the same thing.
Yeah. The Jake Roberts promo.
Yeah.
Weird. Didn't even rate it.
Ripped off Tracy Smothers.
And fucking Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho.
Great showing by Orange Cassidy, not so great a showing by Y2J, 3.5.
Orange Cassidy showed that he could be serious. He didn't put his hands in his pockets. If he were to do more of that, I would like him more than I do. Jericho fell on his ass 5 fucking times in the match. The tarantula pinfall was a fucking botch. Bad. 2.5 out of 5. Bad. Bad. The whole show was bad. We're going to be the alternative. Competition's going to matter. People are going to watch what we do. And for fucking a month and a half straight, you haven't produced a TV show worth the fuck.
Nope.
Max, what's my overall score for fucking AEW?
Overall.
Whatever I gave it, take a point off. I'm kidding. Give me the overall.
You said 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5.
Your start of the show, I believe, was Marty Jannetty.
Close. No, it was FTR. They finally went full heel. Hopefully they stay that way.
Luke, you gave it a 3 out of 5, and I believe the start of your show was Jimmy King, right?
Well,
Jimmy King is the star of every show.
He is the best one.
Second to that, though, would be MJF.
MJF.
Yeah.
All right, guys, what did you think about AEW this week? Let us know in the comments down below. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. And stay tuned because the Impact review is coming up next.